You're listening to Misadventures with Tea, where things get hot, steamy, and a little bit creamy. I'm your host, Joseph, and we're here to explore all things tea. So sit back, grab your mugs, and get cozy while we spill the tea on tea. Welcome to another episode of Misadventures with Tea. I'm your host, Joseph, and today I'm here with a good friend of mine, Rosen. Say hello.
Hi, guys.
Today is a bit of a different episode than usual. Today I'm actually recording from Greece. We are actually in one of their, would you say famous or one of their well-known? Let's say one of their well-known
local bakeries.
Bakeries.
We're not in the stew.
Not in the stew. I don't remember how they pronounced it, but I think it's spelled M-E-L-I-E.
Emily.
But what's the name? Like Melly?
Then it's Melly.
Melly.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And we are here, and we have a little bit different, just because, again, since I'm not in my usual element, we are going with a little bit of a different approach. This is something that you can have during tea time, and today we are going to be tasting different desserts. So we have a caramel tart, is what I believe she said.
Yes.
A traditional Greek dessert. I'm not entirely sure what this is, but maybe once we taste it, we'll be able to kind of distinguish. Yeah. And then the staff was so nice and kind that they actually gifted us a free sweetbread, is what I think she said.
Yes, sweet.
So we'll try that out and let you all know.
Yes.
Okay, so based off the description, just since I don't think anybody knows what we're looking at, the tart, the caramel tart, it's basically like, your regular tart. Looks kind of like an egg tart, but it's not, with a caramel drizzle like on top. I don't know what the inside is going to be like, so why don't we go right ahead and give it a taste?
Should I do it?
Yes, be my guest.
All right.
Let me know what you see, and kind of looks like a cheesecake.
Yes, it does. This knife is so bad. I can't even cut it properly. Whatever.
It's okay.
I'm gonna make a huge mess over here.
It's all good.
Okay, well, let me do that. Let me do that for now, just the top part.
Just do the top part for now.
Okay. That's amazing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let me try a piece, and then we can go from there. That's really good.
It's very fluffy and not heavy at all, in my opinion.
No.
Right?
No. It's basically like very soft, the crust. We haven't tried the crust part yet.
Yeah.
We just tried it.
Let me try to cut it while you explain.
The top part is basically like what looks like a cheesecake. Like when you cut into a cheesecake, that's what it kind of looks like. But the moment you put it into your mouth, it's so soft and smooth. It kind of just melts away. It's a nice touch with the caramel. How's the crust?
See, the crust is amazing, and actually you can see here there's a caramel filling underneath the fluffy top part. You see how it's oozing out?
I see it.
Hopefully you can get some of that, yeah. Let me hold it. This is very hard.
It's so hard to cut. Okay, it's fine. I'll just grab this part for now.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like this is not meant to be cut properly.
Yeah?
Or I feel like this is meant to be cut like with an actual knife and not like a wooden knife that they gave us.
Or honestly eaten with a hand.
Or with a hand, yeah. You kind of eat it like a sandwich.
Yeah.
But yeah, the crust is like, it's nice, it's soft. It does have that like caramel kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Filling.
Yeah.
It's very nice. Okay.
I loved it.
All right.
Do we rate it?
Yes.
Okay. Out of?
10.
Out of
1
10.
being like not great, and 10 being like superb, out of this world.
Okay. I mean, Oof. Honestly, I'd give it a solid, like, 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah. I think because for me, the top part is amazing. The top part is actually a 10 out of 10, but the bottom part is a bit dry without the filling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, other than that, yeah, 8.5, I'd
Honestly,
say personally.
valid rating. I was gonna say 9.
Okay, yeah.
Similar reasons. I do think like because we ate it separately, it is more dry.
Yeah.
The crust portion, but I mean together, I think it was. It would
For
do
sure.
very well.
For sure. Yeah.
So yeah, no, that one was really good. I definitely would recommend that one.
Yeah.
I know we came here yesterday, and we're back again today. But no, that was like very delicious. Shall we move on to the next?
Yes, I'd love to.
All right, you be my guest. You can have the first forkful.
Let me see. Again, I don't even think I reached the bottom part. Yeah, I didn't. Wait, let me see.
Yeah, I think you just got the icing.
Okay, well, that's the bottom. Yeah, okay. Try it yourself, then I'll tell you what it reminds me of.
Okay, all right.
Does it taste familiar?
It does taste familiar.
Like?
It kind of tastes like you're one of those. To me, at least, it tastes like a pastry that you would have normally in definitely a Europe. I know we're in Greece, and this sounds
Yeah.
so stupid of me saying
Yeah.
this, but like it sounds like one of those like pastries you would find in a European bakery, not
Yes.
like your typical like
Yeah.
Italian or whatever.
Well, yes, what's the most famous pastry here? You know it. We talked about it the other day.
Oh my god.
With a B.
Oh yeah, baklava.
Yes. It tastes exactly like that.
Yeah.
Like a version of it, because they have like 10 different versions of it. But the bottom part, I think, is the same. I don't even know what these strings are. I mean, it looks weird.
I don't know what it is, but yeah,
They make baklava the same way, and it tastes really similar. So, yeah.
that's why it tastes very familiar.
Yeah, right? But it's
Yeah.
good. It's really good. What's that on top? I think that's hazelnuts? Oh, okay.
You can.
Okay.
Or as some people like to call it, pecan.
Okay. Cute.
Okay. How would
Very
you rate
nice.
this one?
I would honestly rate this. Well, that's really high. That, to me, that's like a 10 because I just enjoy every single type of baklava. I've eaten like chocolate, pistachio, normal. Like, you know, they have 10 different types. But yeah, I love it. I love it. I love the cream on top. I love the actual pastry on the bottom. Yeah,
Okay.
it's really nice.
So I would rate that. Ooh, that's hard to say. I think I'd probably give it a 9. I feel like it was good. It's definitely good. I like the pecans, and then like I'm still trying to figure out what kind of pastry. Not baklava, something
Yeah.
else, but it's another pastry that it reminds me of. But now, if you had to choose, which of the two would you say is your favorite?
Ooh.
Based on rating, I think I know which one, but if you had to choose.
To be completely honest with you, if this, the tart, if it didn't have the dry part on the bottom, I think I'll choose that simply because it's an amazing mixture between like really fluffy and tasty, but not like heavy at the
Yeah.
same time. It's light and tasty, and that's what I love about desserts. So without the dry part, probably this, but if not, then I'd go with this,
Baklava look-alike.
yeah, baklava CopyCat.
Well, I should probably mention, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier in my episode, but So this pastry that we're referring to, I just know she said it was a traditional Greek pastry.
Yeah.
I don't remember what she said the name was. But
I also don't, sadly. Yeah.
I'll have to either ask her or I'll have to look it up soon enough. But yeah, no, that one was pretty good. And the way that this one looks is like it has like this, so it's like a 2-layer kind of pastry. The top layer is like a nice creamy, it's like an icing on top.
I think that also could be mascarpone, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, mascarpone.
Yeah.
So I think it's like a mascarpone kind of icing with pecans on top, crushed pecans, and then the bottom is kind of like this stringy texture. It's like supposed to be kind of like a crust.
Yeah.
Kataifi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
FYI, Alex is here. He is behind the scenes and he is supporting me in this regards. So he pulled up the name and it's kataifi. Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing that. Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's that with like a mascarpone kind of like icing on top. So it's really good. If I had to choose, I would definitely go with more of the caramel tart.
Yeah.
I did agree that it was more kind of fluffier and lighter on the stomach than this one. I feel like this one, like it tastes like a dessert.
Yeah.
In the sense that like after you eat it, so you kind of find
You
like, it
cannot
fills you
fit
up.
anything else. Yeah.
Yeah. But the other one, I feel like you can eat it and like yes, you'll probably feel full, but like it won't feel as full, and you'll feel, as I like to say, satisfied.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. So since we're doing things a little bit differently today, I figured, we'd have a little dessert, and I don't really have much of like a history portion to add this time.
Yeah.
So why don't we just talk about our time here. So we came to Greece, Alex and I, for not only vacation, but also to shoot a film in which, Rosen, you are helping out.
Yes.
We're not, without going into too much detail, because we want to leave that a little mystery and like have it kind of reveal. Tell us, how was your time and what did you do?
Well, I'm having a lovely time here. It's almost over, sadly, because right after this episode, I'm gonna fly home. But I've been here for 2-3 days now, and we're basically shooting a black and white movie with Alex and Joseph. In which I am one of the main characters, the main villain, who is being chased by a Greek detective, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that's basically the premise of the story. Me trying to escape from him and using my sly little tricks to evade him around the city, and him chasing me and trying to get a hold of me, and trying to find answers as to why I'm doing what I'm doing. But yeah, that's it.
Yes. So as Rosen said, we're doing a small black and white film within a film. He's playing the antagonist in this case.
Yeah.
And it was quite fun filming that, except for last night. Last night was very cold.
Very cold and windy. But yeah, we're also filming next to the ocean. Not the ocean, sorry, the sea. We're at the Mediterranean Sea here. But yeah, it gets very, very windy sometimes. And yeah, that was the only uncomfortable part about filming. Other than that, it was extremely fun, and I think we all enjoyed ourselves, which,
yeah, it was very nice. It was very fun, I agree. I feel like I should preface this because I, again, don't recall if I already did, but we are in a coffee shop, hence why it might be a little bit noisy for anyone wondering.
Yeah.
And it's actually going to be a nice little ambiance because, we're out here watching, people eat their pastries, enjoying their coffees. It's actually a very nice atmosphere, so that's nice. So going back to the filming, that's what we did here in Greece. I'm not going to mention where in Greece. We want to leave that as a little mystery to those. If you know, you know. If you don't, then, well, you'll have to find out. But yes, our trip is coming soon to an end, but we are making the most out of it, and we're here to enjoy whatever time we got left.
yeah.
Questions. What kind of questions do I got for you? All right, you know what? Here's a question for you. Let's see if we can. We're gonna play a little GeoGuess. Is that the game?
Geoguessr?
Yeah, GeoGuessr.
Yeah.
So
I told him I'm a fan of Geoguessr. That's why he's doing that to me right now.
So we're gonna play a little bit of GeoGuess.
Yeah.
For those listening to me, let's see if you are very familiar with your geographies. We're going to give you slight little hints about where we currently are recording. Yes, I mentioned it's in Greece, so there's that hint. But which part of Greece? So it's a very, I wouldn't say modernizing city. Does it feel like it's modernizing?
Well, yes, I'm in my opinion, since it's personally my second time being here, and the last time I was here was a few years ago. I'd say probably like 3 or 4. So I've seen a lot of progress since the last time I was here. It's definitely, very much more modern than the last time I was here.
Okay, so it's a modernized city, or modernizing as we go.
Yeah.
Recently, they discovered some artifacts that were quite, important to the historical aspects of the city. There, Rosen mentioned before, it was right next to the sea.
Yes.
And if you catch it on a great day, you'll find like a nice little white tower
Yeah.
looming in the background. So let's see who can try to
Yeah.
guess where this is.
Yeah.
You can reach me out if you know me personally, or you can contact me via my email.
Yeah.
misadventureswitht@gmail.com. But yeah, that'll be it for our little GeoGuessr game. Unless you
Yes,
have.
but before that, what Joseph was saying about the historical aspects of the city, it is historically very important since it is very close to a few bordering nations of Greece, and it has been very important historically for trade and also for, I guess, when they've had a few fights here and there, so about that. And also there's lots of historical sites that date back to the Ottoman Empire and also the Roman Empire. It's very, architecture here, especially the old one, is very much influenced by these older empires. And recently the city actually built a metro system, and on the different stops of the metro system, you can actually go out and see different historical sites with ruins of old markets or old buildings. So it's very interesting to look at if you're a historical nerd like me, for example. Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think we gave our audience enough of a
Yeah.
a lot of
I think
hints
so
to
too.
figure out. If they haven't figured it out, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah.
I think a quick Google search will honestly reveal everything.
No,
So.
literally, for real. But yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it for GeoGuess. That's our round for today. So I'm just trying to think, because I mean, like, Rosen, we've been here for a week. We worked with you in the past with, movies. This film is actually, like I mentioned, been a film that we worked with you on previously. So I'm just trying to think, like, you talked briefly about what this role, this film was for you, and what your role was in this one. What about? Let's talk a little bit about like the other, your other role in the other movie.
Yeah, sure. So, as we mentioned, this is a movie within a bigger movie. So this little short black and white film is going to feature in the other longer movie that we're doing. My main role in that bigger movie is actually being the director of photography. And yeah, basically I was helping around with camera, trying to get beautiful and aesthetic camera shots that will really portray the vibe that we're trying to go for with this movie. Trying to make sure that the sound is really crisp, really clear, and make sure that the dialogue is really that the audience is able to hear the dialogue really smoothly. And also I also had a little say in the
So you're saying?
Yes. So basically, yes. Apart from the sound and the camera, I also had a little say in the directing of the film, in the sense that I had my own little ideas about how the actors and the actresses could move, or what to say in order to make the scenes more authentic or better, in my opinion. And I really want to give a big thank you to Alex for really trusting in me and really taking my advice and really incorporating me in that way in the movie as well. So I had a really fun time. Can I talk about where we were, or do they already know?
You can talk about it.
Okay. Basically, we filmed. Can I talk about when we filmed it? Okay. Basically, we filmed the movie in February, the end of February of this year. And at first, we were in Berlin for 2 days for a weekend. And that was the first portion of our movie, which was taking part in the city, in the big city of Berlin. And it was a really fun time because it was a mixture of filming and party, since after filming we would go out and explore the city and have a little party here and there. And I'm really glad because the crew really got along with each other, which was great for the second part of our journey, which was Portugal. We flew from Berlin to Faro, which is the southernmost city of Portugal. And there we stayed for about a week in this huge villa where we filmed the rest of our scenes, and also obviously outside in the beautiful city of Albufeira and Faro. And yeah, that was pretty much it. And then we went home.
And then you went home. Okay. Well, you know what? I just came up with a question right now that I can ask that kind of keeps in tune with basically my podcast.
Yeah.
So, as you're aware, my podcast is Misadventures with T.
Yes.
So, we're going to zhuzh it up a little bit because it's going to be a little bit... this episode's already different than my usual stuff. Talk about some misadventures with film. So,
Ooh, you mean the tea on set, or what?
Tea on set, or I mean like any funny shit that happened that...
Any funny shit that happened?
I mean, one literally happened to us last night. There was that one.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay.
Or I mean, if you have other ones from when they filmed in.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, there was lots of tea. I'm just thinking about what I could talk about and what I could not. I don't want to spill too much like personal stuff.
No. We can honestly talk about.
One funny story, the one that Joseph mentioned. I don't know if you're gonna leave that part in the thing, but yeah. So one funny story is that yesterday while we were filming, we have a rent-a-car here to drive around the city. And yesterday while we were filming, next to this big old castle or whatever it was, we parked our car in the backyard of a church. And when we came back from filming, the door was actually closed. So the big
Like the gate.
the gate, yeah, the gate was actually closed when we came back. And there was this Greek priest, I think he was, yeah, the one who took care of that little church, and he was standing at the door menacingly while we were trying to explain to him that our car is just right there, and if he could open the door so we could leave.
The man was clearly, you know, he knew English.
Yes.
He did not want
He was
to.
not having it. He was not having it at all. And Alex was trying his best to explain to him that we need to get our car so we can get out. But he just wasn't budging. So what we did is we used Google Translate from English to Greek to show him. We showed him the translation of our car is just right there. Can you open the door for us real quick so we can take it? And then once he read that, he actually was nice enough to open the door so we can leave. But yeah, this is what happens to tourists who don't read the signs on the door. And the sign actually did say no parking. We just did not read it. But yeah, we were very preoccupied with finishing the scenes on time and making sure everything ran smoothly.
Yeah.
But that was what happened here. Then in Portugal, there were a few fun stuff in the sense that, one funny story that I can think of actually way back in Portugal was that obviously we're co-workers working on a film, but on the other hand, we're just some gay friends having some fun abroad. And one of our friends was actually on Grindr trying to hit up some cute Portuguese guys. So I think the first night when we landed after filming, we were just driving around after dinner. And he actually did end up finding some hot Portuguese guy on Grindr, and we drove him over there and waited for him to finish with his, fun time. And that actually became our inside joke of the whole trip after that for the whole week, because he kept repeating something along the lines of "Que rico," which I'm not sure if it's Portuguese or Spanish, but yeah, I think it's Spanish, which means actually, oh, how big is that? Yeah,
Oh.
delicious, really.
Well, the literal translation, rico, means like tasty or like
Okay,
delicious.
I mean, so yeah, well, how delicious. And we kept laughing about that the rest of the trip. And and then obviously some other fun stuff happened. We went to the club and we had lots of fun time. We came along lots of nice Portuguese people along the way. And yeah, overall, it was a stressful time at some points, I won't lie, because at the end of the day we were there to finish a job, we were there to do a movie. But even some problems that we had along the way, which that's also like some drama. It involved some scenes where we weren't sure where or how we were going to film them. It was really fun because we actually came together and solved these issues together as a group. So I'm really proud of the team for doing that, and then moving forward and making sure the project actually ran smoothly at the end. It was stuff like that. Overall, it was an extremely fun experience, and I would love to do it again. Yeah.
Honestly, I agree. Like, that was a lot of fun. Even I know I didn't get a chance to really work much on that the first half of the film, but the second half I found was very fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's always fun working with everyone, especially for film projects like this. So honestly, I'm just looking forward to the next project we film in Europe.
Yeah. Sorry, you see that guy with the leather jacket? He's really hot. He's my type.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're here recording and Rosen's over here checking out his head.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
As I should.
As you
Greek
should.
men are chef's kiss. Just so you know, guys.
so
A reason
you
to
know.
visit.
There, you heard it first. You heard it first here, folks. Greek man is where you need to come. Oh my god. Okay. Well, you know what? I feel like this was a great way to kind of segue into the end of our show. Mm-hmm. We talked a bit already about where we're filming. We gave everybody a little Easter icons, a little touch on history, you know. Yes. So that adds that usual aspect. We talked about some misadventures with our films.
Yes.
So that
Do you talk about when the movie's coming out?
No.
Okay.
The film, we're going to leave that as a little mystery right now in terms of when it's going to come out.
Yeah.
We did our own little dessert tasting, so
Yes.
I feel like we covered all elements of what I normally would do on my episodes of this podcast.
Yeah.
So again, I want to thank you for joining me today, Rosen. And
I thank you too for having me.
yes, thank you. It was nice having you here, as well as joining me on this little adventure in Greece.
Of course.
And to all my tea lovers, tea connoisseurs, and lovers of all things tea, have a great evening.
Bye bye.
Bye.